It's not what you believe football is.
The move with Andy Robertson trailing behind him and Fabinho.
Here are 20 interesting facts about football you may not be aware of, ranging from a billion-dollar issue to a hidden two-point line. You probably were unaware that football mascots earn more money than physicians, as number 20 indicates. These aren't just sweaty grown men dressing up for no apparent purpose. Whether it's Gunnersaurus Rex, Man U's Demon, or even an enormous ball sack, because they earn $400, $500, or perhaps even $600,000 annually to amuse their admirers. However, like the athletes who wore illicit accessories, you cannot get out of jail with that much money. At number 19, football players are prohibited from wearing a lot of items. Players are not allowed to wear chains, all black jerseys are prohibited, and wearing gutsy headbands will result in a fine each time. However, there's no scarier consequence than when David Beckham wore cleats made of kangaroo leather. Owning kangaroo-based products in California, where he played football, carried a $5,000 fine and a 6-month jail sentence. So even Beckham wanted to win the most costly award in sports history, so he made his cleats disappear. At number 18, football champions are treated more luxuriously than other athletes. While NFL champs get a silver trophy worth around $4K, NBA Finals winners get gold, which is worth $13K. Hockey's Stanley Cup trophy costs $25K. Still, standing at 15 inches tall, weighing in at 13 pounds, a solid golden rare mineral, the World Cup trophy recently became the most expensive award of any sport ever, valued at over $20 million. At number 17 in football, there are moves that are prohibited. Football techniques like the sealed dribble and the next all are forbidden. You can't even give a head. Players can even attempt to seem pregnant by removing their shirts for certain movements, such as the donkey kick free kick, which transforms them into animals. However, football officials clamped down on players who continued to perform these stunts and began to get hurt by opponents who believed they were just attempting to show off. As a result, the techniques were outlawed. At least football doesn't forbid cars. Because at number 16, I bet you didn't know that going pro gets you free cars. Car companies are now sponsoring some of football's biggest clubs and dropping off custom whips for the whole squad. Audi's been delivering to Barcelona players and even letting them speed the cars around the track. But BMW did things even more extravagantly for Real Madrid. Not only did each player get a car with a custom license plate, but they also got to have photo shoots with the whips, and each player received a brand new parking spot with a charging station. Automobiles are great and all, but at position 15, I bet you were unaware that football ever involved animals. In the past, roosters, dogs, cats, and kangaroos all enjoyed hopping around during games. However, it wasn't until a football team escorted a grizzly bear onto the field that things turned contentious. PETA was at odds with that ceremony because they thought it was cruel to have a bear perform. But it's Russia, so they don't give a damn about what people think. Even the bear was invited to join in on the team's victory celebration. There is a curse in football that only exists in Russia, man, and only affects players' life at number 14. If you ever get picked to join Chelsea, do not, I repeat, do not pick the number 9. For 20 years, every single player who wore the 9 has fallen off. Romelu Lukaku, a player who just had the best seasons of his career, chose the number, then instantly had the worst season of his career. Lukaku blocked. So when Chelsea announced a new star, Aubameyang was filling his spot and wearing number 9. All the fans freaked out in the comments. Even Chelsea's own manager admitted the curse was real. But Aubameyang admitted he only chose the number to break the curse. They said the number 9 shirt was jinxed. Now you want to know what's crazier than some ruining players' careers? A controversy that cost FIFA billions at number 13. I hate to break it to you guys, but the game most of us love is coming to an end. EA Sports dominated sports gaming and made over $20 billion. Their developers, EA Sports, always wanted to make a bigger and better game, but FIFA wouldn't allow it. So EA ended their partnership with FIFA and announced they're creating their own game, EA Sports FC. This game's gonna be on a whole new level, with brand new game modes, online career, customizable characters, and even free roam like 2K. EA's even given us ways to unlock exclusive NFTs. So let's just hope they don't make Mbappe the cover again. Like really FIFA 3 years in a row, shaking my head, man. Speaking of Mr. Ninja Turtle, you probably weren't aware of one of the most absurd records in football history, which is located at position 12. Bobby was caught speeding during that goal, reaching a speed of 23.61 miles per hour, which is the fastest most individuals are permitted to drive around schools. However, when contrasting that with the world's fastest person, you mentioned Bolt. Bobby's pace surpasses Usain's average in his world record 100-meter dash. It appears that Mbappe has now formally broken two records side by side, but that was only one sprint. I already know you've wondered how far football players run throughout an entire game or an entire career. And Lionel Messi's got us covered on that at number 11. Messi installed a microchip in his cleat to track the distance he traveled during a match. Yeah, the majority of the time he was being lazy and blocking. But combining that with Messi's jogs, runs, and sprints had him covering around 8.5 kilometers or 5 miles in a single match. Over 1,000 runs over 5,000 miles. These football players are built different, man, Jesus Christ. But now that we're getting into the top 10 things you didn't know about football, it's about to get crazy. Like, what if I told you some of the biggest football clubs in the world tried ruining the sport? 12 of the world's top teams, Barcelona, Real Madrid, Liverpool, the Manchesters, pretty much everybody actually relevant, did something crazy out of nowhere. It was announced that all of them agreed to leave their countries and form the European Super League. Now, at first, I was like, this is hype. I mean, all the biggest names in football are constantly playing each other, and it would be extra competitive. The winner of the league would earn $470 million. It seemed like an insane idea on paper. But within hours of the announcement, fans around the world caused absolute chaos. Non-stop riots, fans literally breaking into stadiums. Everybody was pissed because their favorite clubs would be playing all the way across the world. And fans felt that owners only cared about the money the league would make and not about the sport. But everyone wilding out actually made a huge difference because within a few days, the Super League turned into a super fail and the entire move was canceled. The fans really overthrew the football government. But that many people coming together got me wondering just how popular is football compared to other sports. Well, at number 9, take a look at this map. Any country that's like Gray watches football over everything. So unless you're from China, Australia, Canada, or the US, chances are I know what your favorite sport is. But I bet you didn't know there's a football rule named after him at number 8. The Ronaldo rule ain't actually a good thing, though. It happened because of his return to Man United. Even though he was expected to be a star, his ego caused issues with his teammates. Playing like ass got him benched. And Ronaldo's contract that raked in $500,000 a week, a whole other level compared to his teammates, and made him jealous, forced the club to change their rules. Since that type of money held back the club and guaranteed Ronaldo millions, even though Man U didn't feel like he was worth it anymore, no other clubs were willing to pay money like that for him. So Man U let Ronaldo go for free, just so he wouldn't be a distraction anymore. And they also banned all Man U players of any skill or status to make over $240,000 a week by calling it the Ronaldo rule. So this is it for today, everyone. I hope you find the video interesting and informative, so do like and share the video with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe our channel Darkspex Media and hit the bell icon to stay tuned with us. See you soon in the upcoming videos.